Well, joining us now is former Bears Pro Bowl right guard Kyle Long, who now talks a great game for CBS Sports Network. Kyle, great to see you again, and also great to have you part of the CBS family.
Yeah, Ryan, it's great to see you. Like I was telling you off camera, it's nice to see you at your workplace. I'm usually getting grilled by you guys in a locker room or something like that, but it's nice to see you in a suit and a tie, and you look a lot nicer here.
Well, thank you, my friend. I missed those days back when you were suiting up for the orange and blue, playing at Soldier Field along the lakefront. I know you are part of the media now. You're fair and objective, but give me your honest thoughts about the Bears' upcoming season. So much hype and expectations with the #1 pick headed into the season. But how do you see the Bears stacking up as they get ready to welcome the Tennessee Titans to Soldier Field a week from today?
Well, I think I've been speaking very glowingly about this team, the offense in particular, and the quarterback, the #1 pick. It was a big pick, but I think the important thing is that you have to make him feel comfortable early and often, particularly in these games where the middle of the line of scrimmage is going to be up for grabs every single snap. Obviously, Jeffrey Fitzgerald has some young blood in that defensive line room. He's going to be bringing him along as well. So it's two guys you got to keep an eye on right in front of the quarterback. That's really going to be the story of the season. Is Caleb going to feel confident? Is that group going to make him feel like he can settle in, go through his progression, and make the throws when he needs to?
So how do you evaluate the offensive line? Been some questions, particularly at center.
Yeah, well, there's always questions about the offensive line, and I'm getting ready to do a podcast tomorrow. We do the Pushing the Pile podcast at CBS down here, and I'm going to be talking about continuity at the offensive line position and how important these practice reps are, and how you have to have that same group out there every single day, because when the bullets start flying, when the sky starts falling, as it were, you need to trust the guys around you. And the sky's going to start falling week 1. I can promise you that against Tennessee Titans. Things do happen in a football game. You need to be able to rely on the guys next to you. So trust is the big thing in continuity, but also staying healthy is the key thing there.
Well, you know, Caleb Williams is not taking a real NFL hit just yet, but you described him as being, quote, built different. Why do you say that?
I just think he's a guy that has it. And, you know, if you grow up around sports, as I know you have, there are certain dudes at the playground who just have it. You can tell in middle school, and he's one of these guys that's had it for a long time. He's got that swagger about him, that aura, as the kids say nowadays, but really it's just confidence, self-confidence, unwavering self-confidence. And yes, he's a young kid, a young man who wears his heart on his sleeve at times, but I think that's endearing to a guy, you know, that played the offensive line position. You want somebody with a little bit of passion up there at quarterback. I think he's also just built different from a physical standpoint in terms of the talent he has with his arm, the throws he can make, the things he can do going left, the things he can do turning around, pirouette. He's looking like Fran Tarkenton out there, for God's sake. It's a really great day to be a Chicago Bear fan, and I'm excited to watch him play.
I love you going back in the archives. Fran Tarkenton for the old Vikings fans, not Patrick Mahomes. We've heard that quite a bit. But Patrick, one thing that Caleb has shown is that maturity and his poise that has earned a lot of respect in the locker room. And you know, as a former offensive lineman, that goes a long way to walk in as a rookie, even with his resume as a Heisman Trophy winner from USC, #1 pick, big contract. He's carried himself and said and done all the right things thus far. But what's going to change come noon on Sunday?
Well, he'll be wearing the same color jersey as everybody else on the field, on the offensive side of the field, which means what? Live ammunition. These guys are going to be coming at you, Caleb. He knows that better than anybody. I'll be surprised if he sleeps at all the night before the game, not because he's nervous, just because you get that anxiousness about yourself when you love the game of football. It just permeates your brain. It's all you can think about is the game, and I know he's that way. I'm just looking forward to watching him have fun. And I think he's going to invite some of the physicality of the game. Some of these quarterbacks that you and I love, I think about Josh and Patrick and Lamar, they like it when the guys hit them a little bit. You know, not too hard.
Yeah,
but
right.
We want to see some of that physicality from our quarterback as well.
And it also helps when you have some weapons. I know you would have loved to have had a rookie like Roma Dunze or DJ Moore, certainly Keenan Allen coming over. I mean, quite the complement of targets. Swift out of the backfield. I mean, is this the most talented offense you've seen in well over a decade from the Bears, or since your playing days here?
Yeah, since my rookie year in Chicago, I haven't seen an offense as star-studded as the one that we are have the luxury to watch this season. In 2013, you got to keep in mind, I think we were 1 or 2 in the NFL in offensive rank. I think this offense has the talent to do better than that. And it all comes down to how they're able to protect their quarterback. Are they able to establish the line of scrimmage in the run game? Can they stay healthy enough to have those impact players up front? You know, guys like Tevin Jenkins, who I really enjoy watching play the game. Braxton Jones has come along. I like the physicality he plays with. I want to see some of that in the run game too. Let Caleb hand it off a bunch of times too. Watch that clock tick down, and watch the Bears go home victorious in record time. You know, you could be looking at a 3-hour game. Wow.
All right, before we let you go, Kyle, we have to talk about the other side of the ball, the defense, which through training camp and the preseason was the strength of the team, certainly in that secondary. They've added a couple defensive linemen late in camp. How do you see the defense stacking up?
You know, with Montez Sweat coming over late in the season and Coach Eberflus finding a way to get this defense to rally and show the city of Chicago and show the nation what Bears football is all about, and you saw at the end of the year, that carried over into the offseason, the spring, and into fall camp. And then the offense starts coming along with all these rookies you're talking about and all these receivers. So it's a lot of fun to see. But for the defense, I think about Montez Sweat. I think about a real threat on the other side in Austin Booker. Obviously, we've seen some external pressure coming from the secondary, the nickel, safety, corner. It can come from anywhere in Eberflus's defense. It's a lot of fun to watch as a football fan. And I could, you know, I wasn't a fan of the dances at first from some of these guys on sacks, but go ahead. If you're a DB, if you're a safety, and you get in there and you get a sack, swing away, baby. Give me your best dance. I love it. And the nicknames, they can stay too.
All right, 7 wins last year. Bears won 5 at home along the lakefront. Give me your win prediction and tell me, are the Bears playing in the postseason? Do they make the playoffs?
I think they're going to have 10 wins, and they will play in the postseason. They will have an opportunity. I think they will either play in the postseason or have an opportunity in their final game to get into the postseason.
Which would be against Green Bay, would be very interesting, but you got to get there first. A very tough division, the NFC North now with the Lions, the Packers. Can't forget about the Vikings. You can catch Kyle Long on that other pregame show at 7 a.m. Central every Sunday starting September 8th, a week from today on CBS Sports Network. And, of course, watch Pushing the Pile. He just mentioned that every Monday through Thursday morning and the NFL on CBS YouTube page, and listen wherever you get your podcast. Kyle Long, thanks so much for being with us, my friend.
Thanks a lot, man. It's great talking to you.